Morning, folks. Just bear with me. We're on a different destination today. It's sunny. There's a surprise. Just bear with me while I soldier on through this. This is just using new technology. You know what it's like outside yourself. And let's talk about things a bit more. Okay, guess where we are today? Anybody guess? Anybody know? Anyway, so today we're going to talk about out-talking your chatterbox and making your chatterbox work for you. That's really what it's down to. So as you begin to awaken and turn up in the morning, the first thing you should really be doing as you begin to awaken is actually to put on your audio player. It's the most perfect thing you could ever do. So this will give you the inner confidence to work out through your day and make sure you're in a position to actually do something about it. Morning, Louise. Morning, Andrea. So this is all about making sure immediately when you get up in the morning, you listen to your audio and you go straight away, even when you're lying in your bed, listen to your audio and make sure that works for you. Okay. So as you get out of bed, pay attention to your positive quotes. So as you get out of bed, pay attention to your positive quotes that are surrounding yourself. You might want to chuckle a bit. What it takes for the human race, really, and ourselves, to actually make you feel good about yourself. But remember, we spoke about it yesterday. It's an exercise. You have to work at it. It doesn't just happen for the sake of it. So next, as you dress, it's a great time to play some music. So play some music, relaxing music, rock music, classical music, whatever makes you feel right in the given moment. That's really what it comes down to. As you begin to repeat your affirmations, also make sure that you say the right things in the right place at the right time. So a great place to repeat your affirmations is really in front of the mirror. And some of the things that I'll say in every way and every day, I'm getting better and better. Every day, every way, I'm getting better and better. And there's different affirmations that we talked about yesterday that you could say for yourself. It requires vigilance to notice the negativity that goes on round about you. I think that's the most important thing, to be vigilant. Morning, Deborah. It sneaks in so quietly, remember. But as soon as you're aware of it, begin replacing that negativity with your affirmations. Don't let that little voice out talk you. You've got to make sure you overcome it, but it takes time. It's a mental process. I promise you, with practice, the negative voice will be a rarity and the positive voice will be the norm from now on. So just believe the constant repetition will do the trick eventually. Remember, a lot of people say that I've done it, and top sports people, the more I practice, the better I get, and the better I get, the more I win. Morning, Joanna. So, in the beginning, I suggest that you don't turn on the television or radio. That is not the thing to do, and listen to the news, because it is constant habit of producing negativity. The presentation of the news is overwhelmingly negative. From the time being, let your chosen positive voice be the only news you hear before you prepare for the happenings of the day. If this is your habit, read a newspaper as you eat breakfast. Read one that's inspirational and motivational, and also self-help books as well. And I think that's the most important thing. So once you've acquired the positive thinking habit, you can resume reading the entire paper and listening to the news every day. You may find you have developed a more constructive approach to the media, seeing in bad news and opportunities to begin taking responsibility for yourself and in your community itself. Morning, Sarah. How are you? So, if you exercise daily, now's the opportunity to pump out that positive thinking. Affirmations such, I can feel the energy coursing through my body, is very, very important to keep telling yourself that. The reality is, look at this. Look where I am today. How do I feel about myself? I know what it's like outside, but I didn't choose to believe that. And that's how you can go to another place completely just for that moment. And we'll talk about that, but we'll talk about also not being delusional, because delusional's just that's daft. So positive affirmations, and make that an exercise, part of your exercise routine every day to be more effective. Mormonism. How are you? So, classic example, as you go to work, your time in your car, or you're on your bus, on the train, or anywhere you get to work in, or if you're walking, it's an opportunity to put your earphones in and listen to positive, uplifting music, or things that will make you feel better for the rest of the day. Inspirational messages, stirring music. We all know the go-to song that makes us flare and makes us thrive and really fizzes our brains. For me, Dancing on the Ceiling by Lionel Richie. It's a brilliant song. I can even feel it as I can, because I feel the whole emotion and the whole sensation of it. This is the time that some people see as wasted time in a car or on a journey, or if you're walking somewhere. Now, if you're outside, sometimes it's better just to relax with the peace and quiet and all the music, all the sound round about you, like the sea, for example. That's why I go walking in the morning. That's why the birds and everything that interacts around about you, you get an opportunity just to say hi to someone when they're passing. And it just makes you feel good about your day. But do not use your relaxation and meditation audios in your car for obvious reasons, because obviously meditation and relaxation in your cars doesn't make you more aware. It relaxes you. You need to be vigilant if you're in your car. Morning, Ben. How are you? Okay. So, as you walk to work into the office, be aware of positive messages round about you you've placed there. So you've got messages placed all around, and you're in a van for the day. Place messages and wee post-its all around the place. Make yourself feel better. Lighten yourself up a bit. Again, have a laugh with it. It helps you to lighten up about everything. And the key here is pick one special affirmation for the day, then write it in your diary or take a mental note of it. When you're running short of affirmations, choose one that makes you feel right from you and from your inner talk and your inner voice. And you've got books and audios and stuff like that. There's loads of inspirational quotes on the internet. As you go through, you could just type in inspirational quotes into Google, to be honest, and you'll get loads of inspirational quotes. And if you like them and you're aligned with them, and it makes you feel better about yourself, then say that to you use that quote, pull out the bag all the time. My go-to one now is I swing for the fence every day. I talked about it yesterday. And sometimes I'll even get beyond the fence. So every time I get up in the morning, I swing for the fence. What do you think I'm programming my mind? My mind says I swing for the fence every day. So my whole body and my whole demeanour are to work towards that. It's human nature for us to do that. So every time you refer to your diary, say the affirmation at least 10 times. Every day and every way, you're getting better and better. You can also place special affirmations on your desk where it's constantly visible. Right now, the affirmation that's on my desk is all happening perfectly. It's there to remind me that no matter what happens relative to any situation in my life, I'll learn and grow from it all. It's a great reminder indeed. So, unless you're a total masochist, you want to maintain a high energy and fearless state, and you've plugged in from the early morning throughout the day. As daily pressures and doubts begin to seep in, simply give yourself a fix of positive energy. All you have to do is repeat the affirmation over and over again until you feel the strength of optimism returning. And that wee voice in your head will also try and enter your conscious mind all day, but remember to out-talk it. Keep these positive fixes going day and night, remember. This is a practice, this is a journey, this is a process. And that's probably the most important thing I can tell you. It's just like an athlete. You constantly train all the time, and eventually it becomes second nature. And finally, before you go to sleep, put a relaxation tape or audio or whatever it is you do, and let the soothing messages pan out for the day. Or For me personally, I usually have a cup of tea. You'd be amazed at how the body reacts to just something warm. You know how this thing about Horlicks and warm milk and everything before you go to your bed, it makes you sleep better. It does. It is a scientifically proven. That is an actual thing. It happens in your gut and it releases endorphins or chemicals that actually make your brain say, I feel nice, I feel relaxed, and I want to go to bed and sleep. This is much better than listening to your chatterbox when you think about it, which tries to convince you that you're lacking in life and that you're not good enough and awful. Instead of drifting off to a blissful sleep with a recording, your messages of love and caring, really, that's what you're after. So please believe me when I tell you that if you commit yourself to this wee program, your whole world will turn around. Positive thinking and changes everything in your life. Positive thinking changes everything in your life every single day as a result of it. Some of you will not believe that at all. You'll probably never embark on this journey, but I'll guarantee you, if you do this for the next 30 days, religiously, day in, day out, and you take maybe an audio of what you're like just now, and then you go back to an audio of what you're like in 30 days and compare the two, you'll see a completely dramatic difference in what you're doing. Remember, without that negative chatterbox, you will wonder what you were always afraid of before. You'll have that energy you never thought possible, and you'll laugh out loud and love a lot more. You'll draw more and more positive people into your life, and you'll be healthier physically as well, and you'll be happy to be alive. You know, I got told a statistic yesterday from a counsellor. 1 in 4 people in this area are actually consulting a doctor for anxiety. 1 in 4. Does more people need this in their life? They need to do this. 1 in 4, that's 25%. So if you're standing with 4 people, one of you is suffering from anxiety more than likely on average. It's not acceptable. You can change it. We can change it. So in a short period of time, you'll know when you're ready. You can ease up a bit and begin to maintain this program. Give yourself at least 1 month, however, before you actually cut back. If on some days that you're not as diligent as you'd like to have been, don't let your chatterbox scold you, and don't let things take control. Don't beat yourself up. You know, I'm the world's worst for doing it. Life of a perfectionist. I can hear someone saying, see, you can't even follow a simple program like this. You'll never feel good. You're hopeless. You just remember that it's your chatterbox that's speaking, and you can outtalk it. You have the control to do it. I'm doing it all perfectly. It's a wonderful affirmation when the chatterbox tries to tell you that you've goofed up. I can't stress enough that positive thinking every single day in practice. I've been practicing it for years, and I still spend some time each day focusing on elimination of negativity from the thinking. If I stop this completely, as I have on occasion, I know that these good feelings will slowly diminish over time. It's just like exercise, it's just like running. You know, I ran 2 marathons last year and I did a standard triathlon. There's no way I can do that this year because I've not been exercising because my knee is needing to get an operation. So I realise that I'm going to lose that, but I know I'm going to get it back. So it doesn't bother me, it doesn't faze me at all. I still feel really positive about that. So thank goodness it's easy to get into the swing of it again simply by following these measures. I always ask myself, why do I stop doing something that makes me feel so good? Why do it? So when you think about the logic, one more important thought in the positive thinking, and it's important that you don't use this as an excuse for denial. We begin to feel so good, the feeling of power and the positive thoughts, that it's in our lives, but in the world as well. Yes, there's obviously pain in our lives. We all experience loss and disappointment. No one is actually immune to this, but the real positive thinkers allows the tears to flow and always knowing that they'll get to the other side of the pain and live a beautiful and productive with life. Yes, there's pain in the world, and real positive thinking allows the tears to flow in the world as well. Starvation exists, racism exists, threats of war exists, environmental problems exist, and it goes on. The list is endless. And the tears flow, and they get involved, and then get involved. Approach your involvement with a positive sense that something actually can be done about this. Even if the answer is not readily seen, denial creates inactivity, and so does hopelessness. No one is immune to pain, and it shouldn't be denied when it exists. Morning, Francis. The key is to know that you lead a productive and meaningful life, no matter what the external circumstances are. What positive thinking does is offer the power boost to help you handle whatever life gives you. Your bad breaks do not dominate your life. Your indomitable strength does. And when you feel that indomitable strength, you can really handle any of your fears from a position of power, and the kind of power that really makes things happen. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 for more fun in the sun.